and welcome back to another brand new episode here on Farmer's Market, Farm Sim 25. Completely forgot where I was. I don't know why. I mean, I could hazard a guess, but we'll not put that out on video. So yes, we're clearing up the remainder of our... Oh, do you know what, that is so frustrating. The remainder of our... excuse me, our produce for today. And then we've got a few little bits and pieces that we need to get on with. So I've gone right to June now. So this is the sort of final cut-off month for the veggie garden that, you know, I was kind of hoping that we would be able to do. As I say, I've gone as far really as I can go now. I can't go no more because otherwise I'll only be able to grow carrots. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to spend a little bit of money. But to be fair, as you can see, we have made quite a bit of money in the few months that I've done off camera. So literally at the end of the last episode, excuse me one moment. Excuse me. I do apologise. Normally if I can catch them quick enough, I can get the microphone off so that you don't have to listen to it. But I couldn't get that in time. Let's just have a little drink here. This has got nothing to do with the episode, but I've just had a banana and it has left it a little bit dry in my mouth, so I think that was what the problem was. Anyway, so firstly, hope you're all having a good one. Hope you're all doing well. Not doing too bad here on Planet Jimmy, I guess. But yeah, we're slowly getting round. But like I say, we've made quite a bit of money. So I think when I left it at the end of the last episode, I got a feeling it was about October, November time. And what I've done is, as I say, is I've basically gone along, done up to June, and then I haven't looked in the second-hand market yet. I've just wanted to get this done today because, as I say, I want to get on with stuff. Up until this very point, there hasn't been anything in the second-hand market that I would want to or not that I'd want to buy, but you know what we were looking for. There's been no tractor, there's been no plant and equipment, there's been sort of no nothing. So you know, there hasn't been anything for me to purchase because it's just not been available. So yeah, that's basically where I'm up to, and as I say, the money has sort of gone up exponentially really. And what we will do is we'll get the rest of these done, and then as I say, we will then get spending some money. So I'll put a few more greenhouses down. We can do that. That will increase. I didn't realise actually how much money greenhouses and things make for you. They make an awful lot of money, and I just didn't realise that they were... Oh, it's bugged out again. Oh, do you know what, actually, it's not going to be worth it because I don't think we're going to be doing any more of this in this episode. I've got a feeling the rest of this episode is going to be us farming and doing some veggie gardens. So I couldn't find anything in the way of old equipment or anything to do with potatoes, so we're going to have to sort of get potatoes as a non-sort of starter really at the moment. But I did find some other interesting mods that fit in quite nicely with what we're trying to achieve here. So you know, we will at some point be introducing them into the save. But as I say, we'll just collect this one. I don't know why that keeps bugging out. That hasn't happened since the last time in the last episode when that happened. And I've been using it quite a bit. Oh, do you know what? Honest to God. And yeah, so I've been using it quite a bit, but it just hasn't happened. But anyway, we will get this sold, get this put in the garage, and then we'll start spending some money. The first things we'll do is we'll get some more greenhouses put down and some more mushroom polytunnels. Well, actually, we might leave the mushroom ones for now, just because I don't really have a need to grow anymore. But although I haven't said that, I mean, we're doing okay for stuff out of the greenhouses too. Yeah, we're doing quite well for them as well. Actually, I'll leave all of that for now. But anyway, we'll come into the used store. So I've got a new mod. Can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. Bear with me 1 second. I'll go and have a look. Right, been and checked. It's called Used Sale System Customizer mod. Or Used Vehicle Sale System Customizer mod is what it's called. It's on FS25.net. That's where I found it. I'm sure you can get it from other places as well, but that's where I found it. And what it basically does is, as you're about to see, it opens up the store to there being a lot more offers, because you know the 5 sort of across there, you know, it was okay, but you know, I'll tell you how I tend to view this page. So for those of you listening, you know, in any other part of the world other than the UK, we have a thing, and I mean, you may over there, but I don't think so. But you may do. I'm not going to say you don't, but I would be surprised if you did. But we have a magazine called Farmers Weekly, and in Farmers Weekly we have other ones as well, that like Machines Mart and Profi. I can't think of all of them, but there's loads of them. But in all of those magazines, there is a used a used farm machinery section, and that's where the vast majority of farms in this country, in terms of implements and trailers and stuff like that, tend to do their shopping. And smaller farms will do their shopping in there for, you know, like tractors and different things like that. And so to only have 5 was kind of like, this is not really a magazine, is it? You know, so I stumbled across the mod that I just told you the name of. The Used Vehicle Sale System Customize mod. That opened it up to a lot more. So 5 is your default, but now we get all these as well. So we'll have a quick look through and see. I mean, that one day would have been useful. You know, the problem is it's 200 horsepower, and I don't want a 200 horsepower tractor, but I do really want to do potatoes. But we're just going to have to forgo that. So we've got a nice combine there, but obviously again, well, it's a pity it weren't a vent header. You could have bought the combine and the header and the trailer all in one go there. Nice cultivator. We're going to need that at some point as well. It's only 110 horsepower, that is. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, I can't believe that. I've been literally since the end of the last episode clicking every day thinking, why is there nothing that I want in here? We really, really want that one. So I think we should buy that at 45,500. Was that 200? Yeah, we should definitely buy that. That will be a nice little market tractor for us. So we'll buy that one. I mean, that would be quite useful. But I'm going to forgo that again just because we've only got one little bit of garden. So we could ideally do with a much smaller cultivator and preferably one attached to the like that one. What, 110, yeah, so like that would do as a treat. I'm going to need a plough first. No chance. I was dreaming there for a second. Right, so we're going to need that. Buy. As I say, I didn't want to buy a lot of this brand new, but you know, I wanted to get it second hand, but we have now got quite a lot of money, so I think we should splash out. We've got no mortgage. We're living profitably off the greenhouses, so I think we should. I think we should really, in truth, splash out. That would be nice. Yeah, we'll go for that because that's the cheapest way to do it. And we need that to break down the ploughing, of course. And then we will also need a planter. Gonna buy the planter now. I'm gonna buy the 6-meter one. I know it's more money, but it's gonna do us better, and we can still pull it anyway, so that's no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that one just because otherwise we're gonna end up buying that one, and then next year buying that one. There's no point. We may as well just buy that. That's the one that we want, so therefore that makes sense. It would be nice to have a ridger, but we've got nothing that high enough horsepower to pull that. But it would be nice to pre-ridge. And then what else do we need? Say the harvester and stuff like that. I will actually leave until until we get. I bet I didn't put a front weight on that, did I? Darn it! It's going to be a lot of trips to and from the store, and the boat's going to be the other end this time, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to need a front weight, so I'm going to have to try and limp this back to the farm and then put a front weight on it. We'll do it at our own workshop rather than doing it there. We're going to have to drive back because the boat's the other end, and by the time you've waited for the boat you can pretty much drive around anyway, so we'll drive it back and then we will get to on right, I don't want a single word from anybody, okay? I literally mean that. I feel like the biggest prat at this very second in time. Alright, and I genuinely mean I don't want a single word from anyone. I can't believe I just did that. Right. Actually, yeah, so I meant to do that. I was just testing the manoeuvrability of the tractor. What a woolly. Anyway. I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, never mind. We're on our way now. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so we will get back to the farm and we will get the front weight put on there because this is a little bit heavy, and then we'll get on. So we've got the ploughing to do today, the planting to do today, and then I don't think you have to roll the fields, and even if you do, we're not going to be rolling them because this tractor won't pull those other rolls, I don't think. So yeah, we won't be able to do all of the steps. Eventually we're going to need a fertiliser spreader or a sprayer, probably a sprayer because, as I've said millions of times before, we can do both jobs with one machine. So we'll probably buy the small sprayer, and that will do us a treat. Anyway, I'm going to switch over to some time lapse. I wish I'd done that about 2 minutes ago. I'm going to switch over to some time lapse, and then we'll get that field ploughed, and then we'll meet up again and admire the work that I've done. So I won't be using the GPS as well for this, mainly because I'm fairly certain that in real life you wouldn't have GPS on this tractor, so we try and keep it as real as we can. But so it does also mean that it's probably not going to be very straight. But hey ho, as I say, we'll get a front weight on, get ploughing, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so that's the ploughing done. Now we'll go and get it power harrowed, and then we will get it planted. So the ploughing went a lot better than expected, because it was only when I set off when I suddenly sort of kind of remembered about Giants' awful well, not Giants, well I guess they did it, but it's in the game, the ploughing. To have, you know, ploughs that actually do make proper furrows that you can run into is absolutely fantastic. Although this time it worked absolutely fine in a tree, if you try and use a lot of the bigger tractors to plough with, their wheels are too wide for the furrow, and then it just ends up chucking you everywhere. But to be fair, that did actually work quite nicely, and it was a pleasure to plough like that. And certainly for a second or two reminded me of the good old days at work. But yeah, so but we got that ploughed. We're gonna say we'll get it power harrowed. Once we get it way up, my mistake, sorry about that. Once we get it power harrowed, we will then, what's that crop there? That is sorghum. We will then get it planted, and then once we get it planted, we will be good to go. And then come the end of the year, we'll have some nice veggies to put on the market stall. I think, to be fair, actually, with the amount of money that we're earning from that little stall now, I think we're almost starting to outgrow it already. So I was thinking maybe we should think about in the coming sort of next couple of months or whatever, or certainly for when we get the new crops, maybe we should consider getting the slightly bigger one. So eventually what I want to do is I want to save up the money, and I want to buy all of this, and then that will be sort of like an attraction, but it will have the farm shop in it. Now the reason why I want to buy this one rather than put my own down, which originally was what I was going to do. Originally I was going to put my own down, but the reason why I want to sort of carry on with this one and not put my own down is because it's got people in it, and obviously the people will make it a little bit more authentic and a little bit more realistic, and it's got car parks and stuff. I mean, the car parks and things I'm going to find quite difficult to put down, just because there's no placeable cars or anything. But yeah, so I might just keep this one because, as I say, it's got people milling about, and as I say, that does make it slightly more authentic and you know, sort of realistic. So yeah, I'll probably going the wrong way. Probably stick with that one and just buy this area and have it as an attraction. Obviously we won't get no money in from that side, and it's a pity that they didn't make the sunflowers so that they were not involved in the crop season, so they didn't wither. That would have been pretty neat then. That would have been pretty smart. But yeah, we'll have to buy that. So yeah, again, we'll make it sort of, you know, expensive. I would say a farmer's market like that, you're going to be looking at, on that sort of plot, you're going to be looking at 500,000, maybe 800,000, maybe even getting near to $1 million. So it you know, it will be a while before we get it, but I was thinking about moving up to the next one, because so, you know, in the yard where we've got that big square patch that so I'm just trying to think. So where we put down the first mushroom polytunnel, there's a little road, a little track that runs to the right of that, and then there's a big square patch. I'll show you when we get into the yard in a few seconds. I was originally going to put the farm shop there. I did get some placeable people, but they're not really suitable. Most of them are pulling really weird poses. Most of the women in there, well, some have no clothes on and some have very little clothes on, as in literally one part of their body is covered, the rest of it is not. So they're not really suitable. I don't really want, you know, that's not in keeping with what I'm trying to achieve. So originally I was going to do it like that, but I think I will just purchase that one, and we'll do that. So this is where I mean, just here. So originally I was going to lay it down here and have it sort of facing the way, so that each end where the sort of entrance, if you like, is just up there, and then just here where's where the doors would be, and then so God forbid, I hope I don't put this down, but I'll try and show you what I mean, because I'm never very good at explaining things. So if we go here, then go sell points. So like that is how I was thinking about having it. But as I say, unfortunately, when you place that, you don't then get the people, you know, on it as well. So it, you know, it's sort of, you know, not as authentic and as nice as having the people. And I have discovered that when I reloaded the game, because I didn't do this with the plough, this was here, I meant to point this out earlier, it's almost like a pothole has kind of opened up. So I don't really know how or why or what happened with that, but anyway, that's a thing apparently. So yeah, I don't know whether we'll be able to mend that, because it doesn't look very good. But as I say, I didn't do it with the plough. If you go back in the previous episodes, you will see it. Now I meant to point it out in the first episode, and I just kept forgetting. And then again in the second episode, and again I forgot. But yeah, that has been there the whole time. So I didn't do that with the plough, mainly because I didn't have create any field on, or create field or whatever it is called. Yeah, I never had that on. So, Anyway, let's get this powered, and then we'll get it planted, and then we'll call that it for this episode. And again, we're getting, you know, sort of plenty done, and we're doing all right for ourselves. And although I said this in the last episode, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone that watched and supported the first episode. It really was quite something to see one of my videos go, you know, sort of from just a few views on the first day, and then over the weekend for it to, you know, sort of climb as rapidly as what it did. It really was a lovely feeling, and really is nice to think that, you know, people hopefully maybe enjoyed, you know, what I did, because I do try and bring different things and you know, sort of different saves and different ideas to the channel if I can. So, you know, the fact that sometimes, you know, people get behind it is really nice, and so I thank you, you know, massively for that. But anyway, let's get into a little bit more time lapse. What we'll do is in this time lapse, we'll get it powered, and then we'll get it planted as well, and then we'll meet at the end and see how we got on. But as I say, I'll see you in a moment. There we have it. Veggies planted. And not a moment to spare in the end. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it's done. So we'll put these back in the shed. And hopefully, oh, we need to unfold that to put it down. Oh, actually, better not put it down that side then, because it's got a bale there, look. Do you know what? Even better than that. Even better than that. Just put it down there. Look at that, look. Ginger's a genius. Right. Drop it down. There we go. And then we can leave the tractor here. So the next episode we'll need to get a sprayer, but we'll also have to sell some... I'm really hoping they don't need to be rolled. They don't, that's good. Oh, we don't need a sprayer. We're fully fertilised. Well, oh no, we ploughed as well, won't we? So yeah, we won't need a sprayer, which is pretty cool. So hopefully, at some point between now and harvest, our harvester will come into the shop, and we'll be able to get a cheap harvester. If not, we'll just have to buy it. But and we're only going to go for the one that boxes. And then, as I say, we'll be able to sell our boxes then in our little store. But so I managed to get 2 breeds in, sort of each one, 2 carrots, 2 parsnips, and then 1 full-length one, and then the Headlands red beets as well. And that way, then sort of this headland and that headland represents one breed down the field. So each of them have got 2 breeds. And then say when we come back in the next episode, we'll have our boxes to sell, and then we can just sort of crack on, and hopefully by then we will get to harvest as well. But I won't do any off camera, so we can kind of get to there together just by sort of a bit of time lapse and a bit of bit of hard graft, and we'll be there, and then we can get harvesting. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks ever so much for watching. Really appreciate every single view that I get. I really, really do, and every single subscriber that I get as well. So if you haven't subscribed, please, please, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It means the world to me, and it just shows your support for the channel. It says that you like the content that I do, so I really, really appreciate it. If you've liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps as well. And all that's left for me to say is I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye for now.